I am sitting in Gallo Family Gallery in Stroll Art Center with our second Artist Spotlight interview. So I have a wonderful, talented artist here who's going to introduce himself and tell us why he applied to the Chautauqua School of Art residency program.
Hello, so my name is Corvy Pandy, and I think for me as an artist, I feel like I'm always looking for the next experience, and so I applied to the Chautauqua School of Art residency program because I just want to better myself as an artist, and I just want to meet other artists to help me improve my practice. And I also feel like by me applying to this artist residency, that helped me gain, that would help me gain new skills and just like sharpen my old skills. Mm-hmm. But most importantly, I just wanted to have fun and just have a good time with all the artists, which I think is very important.
That is important. So I want our audience to know that this is the first year that all of the School of Art residents have been virtual, that you're physically not here in Chautauqua. So how do you feel that's been working for you? Do you feel like that you've got, you're able to get to know the other artists that are in the program very well?
Yes. It's crazy because, like I would love to meet like every artist, in person. However, I feel like doing this residency virtually, I feel like I got to know them even better, if that makes sense. Because we always talk, like in the group chats, and like we just keep each other updated. And plus, they're just amazing people. So for me to just talk to them and just getting to know them is just like, it just has been an amazing experience for me.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I noted when I did my tour was when I looked at all the artwork that came for this exhibition, I was very moved by the fact that there was so much work that related to each other. So to me, it felt like all of you had known each other before because you put together such a cohesive show, which I think is a testament to all of your efforts. So I want to talk a little bit about your work, which is right here behind me. And yes. I want to give a quote that you wrote when you applied to the School of Art and just ask you to explain a little bit about yourself and your work. And you said, "My work is focused on different aspects of my life. For example, being an immigrant from Honduras, living in the United States. Moreover, I try to emphasize my daily experiences and my surroundings throughout my work." So I noticed that a lot of your work is self-portraits, as yes. This is. So do you want to talk a little bit about the imagery in this piece and the meaning behind it?
Absolutely, yes. So, when I made that painting, I was just going through like a roller coaster of emotions, and so I just feel like me doing that, so the way I do a painting is first, like I have the idea, then I try to do like the sketches. And so when I came up with that idea, so if you see the flowers and the leaves, that just me trying to go back to, to my memories in Honduras, and if you see, so the pencils and the paintbrush are inside of my head. So that means that I love art so much that it's embedded, in me, and something that I want to talk about is the background. Mm-hmm. It's because, but when I was little, my mom used to give me those like yellow notepads. And so with the pencil, like I would just do sketches, mm-hmm. And so I decided to add that reference there because I just wanted to show to the viewer and to myself how much I've improved as an artist, So I think that's very important for me.
So that's interesting. So you went back to a childhood memory that you had of drawing first, and you incorporated this into your self-portrait. That's very interesting.
Yes, and
mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, and
okay.
and when I was in high school, I used to those like line drawings, and I would think they were amazing, right? But now that I'm looking back at those drawings, I'm just like that was a good memory, and I didn't like it, but like I was just happy doing that.
Yeah. Well, this is a really strong piece, I think. You and I had talked earlier about a different piece, but I think this is very strong. It's very colorful. I love that it's just titled Self-Portrait, because I totally get what you're doing, what's going on in your head and coming out of your head. So it's what you think about every day, and it's just who you are. It's just part of who you are.
Absolutely.
And, I like that. So going back to the yellow drawing paper, how old were you when you realized that you were an artist?
I want to say that was about 5 or 6, because my mom would buy me not sketchbook, but just like those like notepads, and like I would just draw, and at first it was weird because I would just have so much fun, just me drawing. And I didn't understand why I had so much fun, right? So I just wanted to do it. And then at the age of 14, I came to this country, to the US, and when I went to high school, they had an art club, and I would just be there all day, like after school. And so that's the moment I realized this is what I was born to do, and like I just love painting, I love drawing, and I see myself doing this for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Most artists say that. They say they just can't not work. It's just part of their being. They have
Absolutely.
I get that. So you're living in New York, in Bronx of New York?
Yes.
So how have you, weathered through this pandemic with studio space, and what, do you want to just tell us a little bit about how you're able to work?
Of course, yes. Well, it's been crazy here in the Bronx, New York. However, I feel like not much has changed for me, because I love to stay home anyways, And for me, I just like to focus on the positive. And so for me, what matters is that I'm doing good and I'm healthy, and my mom and my friends and like my family is doing good as well. And plus, I just get to get out of the house and just come to my studio and just make work, which I think is just amazing. Yeah.
That's great to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Do you do anything other than paintings?
Well, I paint, I draw, and I also do digital work. I also do.
Okay.
And recently, I have been trying to paint on sneakers, But
I like that.
yeah, but so one thing that I learned through this residency is that there's so much more out there, and I just want to explore, just to see what else I can practice.
That was actually the last question that I was going to ask you is, what do you think was the most important thing that you took away from this residency with all of the other participants?
Oh, yes. I learned that the art can be anything, right? And I don't have to stick to just painting. It can be anything. And so with that being said, when I took Caleb's, Lindsay's class, that just fueled something in me. And so now I see myself trying to get into videography, mm-hmm. which I think it's, I'm going to give it a try and see how I do. But, that's about it. I feel like I'm just so happy and pumped that, that I was just so excited to just learn, and I've learned so much that I feel like I'm still trying to process everything from the first week,
Well, it's so wonderful to hear, because again, it was a virtual experience. So obviously I've spoken to several students who feel the same way. And I just think it was, a wonderful thing that you were able to all do this. So I want to tell you how much I love your work. I think you're a great painter, and I think you've got a good future ahead of you.
Thank you so much.
I'm just going to end this interview by saying thank you for joining us. And for those of you that are on the grounds and can come here, we are open Tuesday through Sunday, 1 to 5 in the Gallo Family Gallery and Stroll Art Center. And if you can't come in person, please visit us at art.chq.org to visit us online. So Corey, again, thank you very much for being with us today, and continue working and being creative.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks, Corvy. Bye-bye.